真的是天塌了。
Let me tell you, it really feels like the sky is falling. The latest update on the resale price for Moutai bottles is 1,700 yen, and for the whole box, it's 1,750. If anyone still has stock, they're losing at least a few 100,000, and there's no sign of the price going up. It's been dropping constantly, and everyone's just losing big time. It's honestly devastating. Moutai has been getting attention again over the past couple of days, but not because it's made a comeback. It's because the price has crashed below key levels. Since the beginning of 2025, the market price for Fei Tian Moutai has been steadily declining. In April, the price of Fei Tian Moutai dropped below 2,500 yuan per bottle. Before the Dragon Boat Festival, it fell below the 2,400 yuan per bottle balance line. After the holiday, the price further dropped to around 2,200 yuan per bottle. By mid-June, concerns arose among liquor merchants about the price potentially falling below 2,000 yuan per bottle, which they considered the bottom line. However, by late June, it had briefly dropped to 1,800 yuan per bottle.
Yesterday, the retail price of Moutai dropped to 1,800 per bottle. Is it because of the government's crackdown on public servant spending for dining out, starting from June 13th? The effects are really immediate. It really looks like people who buy it don't drink it, and people who drink don't buy. But if you're drinking it yourself, even at 1,800, I doubt anyone would want to drink it. What do you all think?
干瓶的五粮液也来到了750。
Do you really think Moutai will still be valuable? Today, the price for a single bottle of Fei Tian Moutai has already dropped to 1,750, and Wu Lian Ye is now at 750 yuan per bottle. A lot of people are asking me when the prices will go up, when to sell if the price rises. What I want to tell everyone is that prices will not go up. There will definitely be huge fluctuations, but the price of alcohol will only keep getting cheaper. The economy is struggling, money is hard to make. Simply put, it's a market with prices but no demand. For those who still have stockpiled alcohol, make sure you handle it wisely. This price will only keep dropping, and there won't be much space for growth in the next few years. Additionally, an online promotion briefly listed Fei Tian Moutai at 1,499 yuan per bottle. This was actually part of an e-commerce platform's effort to assist the manufacturer in moving inventory.
1499马上就可以喝飞天茅台了哈。
You can drink Fei Tian Moutai for just 1,499 now. No joke. You heard that right. It's 1,499. No need to pull strings or hunt for connections like before. It's directly available at 1,499 for Fei Tian Moutai. As long as you believe it, today's June 21st, and that 1,499 price is coming real soon.
As the physical retail channels collapse, Moutai executives rushed to the headquarters of e-commerce platforms to manage the crisis. In mid-June, Moutai Group General Manager Wang Li led a team to visit the headquarters of JD.com and Alibaba. Insider sources revealed that the purpose of the meeting was clear: to pressure the e-commerce platform to lock in the price. JD quickly adjusted its pages, setting the price for Fei Tian Moutai at 1,499 yuan per bottle. Moutai officials announced that from January to May this year, the sales of Moutai on JD.com and Tmall grew by more than 40%. However, some distributors privately exposed the details, claiming that the growth was due to Moutai's own stores pushing large quantities. A wholesaler from Henan, Mr. Zhang, complained about the iMoutai app, stating that the app releases 20,000 bottles of 500ml Fei Tian every day. Who would come to us for stock? In fact, the 14.99 yuan price for Fei Tian Moutai has been circulating the market for some time. In early April this year, Sam's Club in Guangzhou, Shenzhen, and Zhuhai released 24,000 bottles at this price. During the 618 shopping festival, Meituan announced that it would release tens of thousands of bottles of Fei Tian Moutai at 1,499 yuan, while Pinduoduo even offered it for 1,484 yuan, with a fake goods compensation guarantee. The flow of Moutai into e-commerce platform has undermined the prestige of high-end liquor. The challenges in the liquor industry are not just about issues within the industry itself, but reflects the broader decline in all consumer sectors. On June 24, the second-hand Moutai distributor from Sichuan known as Dazhi posted a video reviewing his inventory, which included everything from Fei Tian Moutai to Moutai vintage liquors. These once highly sought after liquid gold products have now become a heavy burden on his shoulders.
15年、30年、50年。
It's over, guys. The sky's falling. Moutai has dropped below 2,000. Look at this. What should we do? This whole box of Moutai, and there's more. Do you guys know? People bought it for over 200,000, thinking they'd make 5 or 6, maybe even 7 or 8,000. But now no one's buying. Can you believe it? And these Moutai from different years, 15, 30, 50 years old. Don't even get me started. This whole box of Moutai and all these loose bottles too? Let me show you something else. Wu Liang Ye, the 8th generation. It was bought for 1,000 per bottle, and now it's 800. The conservative estimate is this batch of Moutai has lost at least 600,000, and this batch of Wu Liang Ye has lost at least 200,000.
Another distributor posted a video saying,
再这样跌价，很多酒商都要爆雷跑路了。
Today, Moutai really crashed. Loose Moutai bottles in the group are already selling for just over 1,800. If this keeps dropping, many liquor merchants are going to go bankrupt and run away. Some merchants are still clinging to hope, thinking Moutai can control prices. Control prices? What for? As long as Moutai doesn't cut production, it can never control prices. It can hold shipments back for a week or a month, but in the end, it's going to release stock. The supply-demand relationship won't change. It will never control prices. Moutai is never going to cut production. Why? First, because cutting production would affect local taxes in Guizhou. Second, it would affect local employment. Third, it might harm the interests of some powerful figures. So, cutting production is impossible. Anyway, as long as the price doesn't drop below the 1,499 launch price, Moutai will always make money. Whether merchants or distributors are making or losing money doesn't really affect the manufacturer, right? The manufacturer will get their share of the profits regardless. For example, if Moutai produces 1 million bottles a day, the market can't even absorb that. How can you control prices? Is controlling prices even effective? Do slogans even work? When Moutai was over 3,000, the manufacturer set a guide price of 1,499. But did you see those specialty store distributors selling at 1,499? No. They sold at over 3,000. Now that Moutai has dropped to just over 1,000, if the manufacturer asks distributors to sell at 2,000, will they listen? They need money. So they're definitely going to sell, right? Even at 1,800, they'll sell. They can't hold on forever.
Guizhou Moutai benefits from a high reputation and status in China's liquor market, often referred to as a national liquor. Feitia Moutai, as a leader for the industry, was once seen as a safe investment, resistant to inflation and price declines. However, the price has now collapsed, marking the end of its once solid reputation. This price drop is not only a reflection of the overall decline in the consumption power of the middle class, but also marks the end of Moutai's role as a financial asset. The retail price of Feitia Moutai has fallen to 1,800 yuan per bottle, and the market reactions have been mixed. Distributors are concerned that their inventories will become unsellable. A senior worker at a sauce-flavored liquid production company in Moutai town commented, "The most difficult situation is not for the distilleries or consumers, but for the middlemen, who are stuck with large inventories while prices continue to fall. Many of my colleagues who once focused solely on liquor are now looking for other business opportunities and treating liquor sales as a sideline." In the warehouse of Shanghai liquor distributor Mr. Wang stockpiled Feitia Moutai bottles have reached the ceiling. Mr. Wang flipped through his price list and laughed bitterly. "Last month, I could sell them for 2,100 yuan. Now, at 1,850 yuan, no one's buying. I'm losing 20,000 yuan for every case I sell." In an office building in Hangzhou, a scalper named Xiao Li frantically scrolled through several WeChat groups, Feitia Moutai at a special price of 1,850 yuan. Whole cases urgently for sale. The group name changed from Moutai Wealth Group to Chives Mutual Aid Group. The price crash, which began early in the year, is causing widespread panic across Moutai market. The situation faced by scalper Mr. Zhang is quite representative. At the end of 2024, he purchased 500 bottles of Feitia Moutai at 2,400 yuan per bottle, intending to sell them at profit during the busy Chinese New Year season. However, prices continued to drop. To repay his credit card debt, he posted dozens of clearance sales messages in the groups every day and eventually sold them at 1850 yuan, losing 275,000 yuan. Mr. Zhang said, "Selling these bottles feel like running for my life. Every day I delay, I lose more. This anxiety has led to the formation of clearance groups with one simple rule: whoever offers the lowest price sells first." Ms. Chen, an office worker in Beijing, has also found herself in a difficult situation. She purchased 100 bottles of Feitia Moutai for 300,000 yuan during her wedding in 2023. Convinced by rumors that Moutai prices would rise, she planned to sell them for a new home in a better school district when her child was older. However, these bottles are now worth only 185,000 yuan, and she faces a market where it is hard to distinguish between genuine and counterfeit products. Ms. Chen said, "Now, not only can I not sell them to buy a house, but I can't even afford to entertain guests. I'm afraid opening the boxes will affect the resale price. This stockpiling predicament reflects the struggles of many small investors in the current market." The phrase "saving money is better than saving Moutai" was once one of the middle class's financial strategies, but it is now turned into a nightmare. Ms. Wang, an investor in Beijing, said, "I bought 20 cases of Moutai at 3,000 yuan each in 2021. Now the market value has dropped by 40%. A second-hand distributor in Hunan revealed that some of his peers even resorted to high-interest loans to stockpile Moutai, and their cash flow is now on the verge of collapse. I know 3 business owners who are secretly mortgaging their properties," he said. Liquor industry analyst Cai Xuefei exposed the truth. The Moutai distribution network is experiencing a high inventory earthquake. Distributors can no longer afford the interest, and smaller businesses are following the lead of the larger ones. While the big players watch and scalpers desperately sell off their stock, this vicious cycle has led to panic selling throughout the market. The buyback price for Feitia Moutai has now dropped to 1,700 yuan per bottle, the lowest in over a decade. Many small liquor stores have suspended their premium liquor buyback services. As a symbol of high-end Chinese liquor, the brand value and market price for Guizhou Moutai has always attracted attention. In late 2022, the price of Feitia Moutai per bottle briefly surpassed 3,000 yuan, reaching a peak and setting a ceiling for high-end liquor prices. Now, the online price has dropped to 1,500 yuan per bottle, effectively halving its value. The reason behind the continued decline in Moutai prices are primarily the following. First, the impact of the economic downturn. In times of economic recession, consumers tend to cut back on spending and are less willing to make large purchases of high-end liquor. Over the past 2 years, with the collapse of real estate sector, the departure of foreign enterprises, and widespread news of salary cuts and layoffs at major tech companies, small and medium-sized enterprises have been tightening their belts. Specifically in the liquor industry, companies have started to control cost, leading to a contraction in the business banquet and gift market. The trend of consumption downgrade has affected ordinary consumers, with many cutting non-essential expenses as their pocketbooks tighten. Second, policy changes have dealt a heavy blow to the liquor industry. On May 18, 2025, the Chinese government issued a ban on alcohol, aiming to curb government-funded drinking by restricting or prohibiting public sector drinking events. As a result, many regions have removed high-end liquor, including Moutai, from public procurement list. Once an essential gift liquor in political and business circles, Moutai now faces reduced demand due to the ban. Without the protection of public consumption, Moutai has become a hot potato. Statistics show that 60% of Moutai sales relied on business banquets, and the new ban has severed its critical lifeline. During the Moutai shareholder meeting dinner on May 19, 2025, Moutai was quietly replaced with blueberry juice. One investor remarked that this move sent shockwaves through the industry, suggesting that even Moutai was avoiding its own products in formal settings, leaving their company hesitant to use it. Third, the supply-demand imbalance is severe, with Moutai stockpiles building up in the market. As of 2025, nationwide distributors are holding 120 million bottles of Moutai, with enough base liquor to blend an additional 560 million bottles. Based on the annual production of 56,000 tons, each Chinese household could theoretically receive nearly 2 bottles. Such a discrepancy between supply and demand naturally puts the price under tremendous pressure. Faced with this inventory burden, distributors have resorted to selling at a loss to free up capital because wholesale prices to inevitably drop below 1,800 yuan per bottle, reflecting the industry's past excessive stockpiling. The China Alcoholic Drinks Association has acknowledged that the era of blind expansion in the liquor industry has ended. According to UBS, from 2016 to 2023, Moutai sales now saw a buildup of 14 to 15 months worth of stock with an average holding cost of 2,079 yuan per bottle. Now, with the buyback price dropping below 1,800 yuan, stockpilers have lost the equivalent to a Mercedes. Fourth, younger consumers are increasingly turning away from liquor. The core demographic for liquor remains people born in the 1970s and 1980s, with young people accounting for less than 20% of the consumer base. The main reason young people avoid liquor is its high alcohol content and spicy taste, which contrasts with their preference of low alcohol, more diverse beverages. Xiaoling, a post-95 white-collar worker, shared a photo of a gathering with craft beer and fruit wine, captioning it Moutai, that's a game for the older generation. Fifth, the financial appeal of Moutai has disappeared. Moutai was once seen as a surefire investment, with the bottle's price typically appreciating over time. With an opening rate of around 50%, most buyers purchase Moutai with the exception of value growth. In fact, Moutai had lived up to its expectation with an annual return of 10 to 12%, outperforming many financial products. When Moutai lost its financial appeal, it reverted to being just another liquor. With its price returning to more sustainable levels, some even argue that as the population born before 1970s ages, the liquor consumer base is rapidly shrinking, and Moutai's collectibles value could vanish, similar to the fate of stamp markets. In contrast to the continuous drop in Feitia Moutai's price, the once promising Moutai 1935, priced at 798 yuan per bottle at launch, peaked at 1,800 yuan but now sells for only 625 yuan on JD.com during the 618 promotion, forcing distributors to sell at a loss. The accelerating decline in Moutai prices has caused a market-wide price collapse. The core product of Wu Liang Yan Pu Wu is facing a tough time. Since February this year, its price has increased from 969 yuan to 1,019 yuan per bottle, but the market price has remained lower, with online prices now under 800 yuan per bottle and offline prices dropping to around 900 yuan. Guojiao 1573, another premium liquor, has seen its price drop from 1,399 yuan to 860 yuan, a decline of more than 30%. These formerly high-end liquors are now being severely impacted by both the consumption downgrade and the liquor ban, causing unprecedented disruption in China's liquor industry and related sectors. A distillery owner in Hebei predicted 60% of small and medium-sized liquor manufacturers might disappear. The price collapse has also wreaked havoc on the stock market. For example, Guizhou Moutai stock price fell by nearly 400 yuan in just 1 month, nearing the 1,400 yuan mark, with a market value loss of over 250 billion yuan. On June 23rd, a trader in the group exclaimed, 1,400 yuan can't hold. During the midday session, the stock hovered just above 1,400 yuan, eventually closing at 1,422 yuan. Moutai is an important stock in China's A-share market, often referred to as China's top stock. The highest price was 2,489 yuan per share on February 18, 2021, but since then, its price has been steadily declining, with its market value evaporating by nearly 1 trillion yuan. In 2024, Moutai's overseas revenue was only 5.2 billion yuan, less than 3% of its total income. Despite opening an experience stall in Paris, Moutai faces limited recognition among European and American consumers who tend to favor whiskey and wine. A French liquor distributor stated Moutai is too strong for them, like Chinese people drinking 96 proof life water. Moutai's stock price continues to plummet, and institutions are accelerating their exit. In the second quarter of 2024, 252 funds reduced their Moutai holdings. At the same time, private equity and individual speculators are also pulling out. In 2024, the liquor industry saw a net outflow of 3.8 billion yuan in funds, showing that the market is voting with its feet. Even state-owned funds managers are defecting, with one top fund manager swapping Moutai holdings for trendy stocks, stating young people are the future. Some security analysts continue to issue buy ratings, but retail investors are mocking them. According to Wind data, in 2025, Moutai received 92 buy ratings, but on forums, investors write sarcastically, "Analysts drink Moutai, we drink the Northwest Wind." One retail investor shared a screenshot of his account holding 2,000 shares of Moutai with a floating loss of 160,000 yuan. The market is also concerned that large-scale inventory sell-offs could further affect Moutai's market price and stock price. Consumers have mixed opinions about Moutai's recent ups and downs. One self-described liquor veteran commented, "Moutai brought this upon itself. The price was artificially inflated and now it's facing the consequences." This sentiment reflects the views of many consumers.